What's good, everybody? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson with another episode of the Brother Pill podcast. It's been like damn near 2 years, but my brother came to see me all the way from Houston, Texas. You guys know him. Let them know who you are, family.
LAR movement. We still moving. We in Uganda moving. So let's get it.
We got about like 3 hours before your flight.
Yeah.
We got to make it quick. How you like Uganda so far? Like, happy birthday, y'all. Wish him happy birthday. We're going to put the Cash App in here. Trick it off to your brother. How'd you like spending your birthday in Uganda and everything like that?
Uganda's cool.
Okay.
Like, you move around a little bit. The jet lag, first and foremost, I was a sucker. I was stupid. You're supposed to stay longer.
Right.
Okay? You can't come here for like a week because the jet lag gonna beat you down for a good 2-3 days. So just know that, okay?
Right.
But the people are great.
Yes.
It's quite shapely out here.
Yeah.
You're gonna get in trouble. You know, if you don't have kids, you might wind up with someone on the way back home.
Yeah.
In it's party city. I had to find out it's a party city, so it's dope.
Right, but you shout out to him, man. He like a disciplined minister, man. He don't mess around, you know what I mean, at all. But he did see what was going on. So I want to give the brother, I love this brother. You know, we've been in the game for like, almost like, for me, a decade. But I used to watch him on YouTube when I came in. But we got to go to the airport. So what's the topic for today?
Who's your girlfriend's real boyfriend?
Okay.
Instagram.
Why is that?
She was in a relationship with Instagram before she met you. She was in a relationship maybe showing you off when she was with you. And she was in a relationship dissing you when it was over. And she got in a new relationship so you could see on Instagram.
Okay.
So is she committed to you or is she committed to Instagram? IG. I'm betting 9 times out of 10 she committed to Instagram.
Why do you think that so many women, damn, I got a girlfriend that's on Instagram all the time. But why do you think that so many women are so committed to Instagram over the relationship they would have? Let's be particular to the black man, because we talked about the black man and the brother pill. Why is that?
It's more options when you're online anyways.
Okay.
But also, the thirst is real for them.
Mm-hmm. And
people lying and showing they fake lifestyle. They got all this stuff going on. So the fantasy of hopping from one good dude to one great dude is just a few posts away.
Okay, hold on. Let's just deal with it. Man, I'm in trouble. So no, I never thought about it like that. Okay, so hopping from one good dude to one great dude is one post away. But why do you feel like they would think that though?
Because that's what it's built for.
Okay.
Like when people was on, think about it. People was on MySpace.
Right.
Chasing. Black Planet
chasing. Was the truth.
Tinder, POF, chasing.
Yeah.
Facebook, chasing.
Right.
But what became the biggest dating app was really Instagram.
Yes.
So now you can act like you're not really trying to date, even though everybody was trying to date, because it wasn't an app set up for quote unquote dating. It is, at this point, that's what it is.
So let me kind of get back to the whole thing about Instagram is really a place that people, it's not necessarily a dating app like you said, but a lot of sisters and women in general, it is a show, even if they do got a boyfriend, because you make this a good point, because you can still get people off in they call it the DMs, right?
For sure.
Okay, let's talk about that. Like, what is the opportunity for women, or their perceived opportunity on Instagram?
Remember back in the day we used to say the sisters they don't want to compete.
Yeah.
Instagram forced that. Because you got prostitutes and strippers on Instagram.
Yeah.
So, and then you got the quote unquote IG models on Instagram.
Yeah.
So who you competing with? So now you got to try to outdo them for whatever kind of attention you want.
Okay.
So to do that, you're going to have to do something that quote unquote stands out. So you advertise it.
Okay.
To me, Instagram is just softcore porn at this point.
Right.
So when the guys looking at it, it's just scrolling. Ooh, I like her. I'm gonna try to holler at her. Let me see what she says. Flight, DM, book. Okay. And then what do you see? Once you see the plane thing, you're like, okay, can I get her?
Okay, let me ask you this then, because since it's women on Instagram, and I think I had a study where with some black men, they have something called a Genie Coefficient. Maybe I'm saying it incorrect, but it's a coefficient like that dictates if it's Genie or GD. I forgot what it is. But let's say if you could look at the wealth disparity in South Africa or Venezuela,
Okay.
the disparity between the rich and the poor in South Africa, the Genie Coefficient, is equivalent to what men have the opportunity to get in dating market for a good-looking man to regular man on Instagram, on Tinder. Instagram, it was really on dating profiles, right? That Genie Coefficient. So a regular man, his opportunity to get a good-looking woman on Instagram was the same as a rich person or a poor person becoming rich in Venezuela or South Africa. So now let me ask you this. Do you think that men, in particular black men, feel like they also need to start doing certain things on Instagram to get attention?
You remember people used to show off money?
Yeah.
That was for the attention.
Yeah.
Show off cars for the attention.
Yeah.
Now, part of that is also going abroad, because you could kind of beat the game if you go abroad in some ways.
Okay, so the passport bro thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I can't get the attention I want here,
Mm-hmm.
I can expand my market
Mm-hmm.
and see if I can get it somewhere else. So now you got the closing rate may be a little different now.
Mm-hmm.
Because
when you mean the closing rate, like getting girls from the guys that go overseas is easier than
you get to play both markets.
Okay.
Because if you flying them in, if you visiting them, if they're in your city,
Yeah.
or you flying them out, or you flying to another country,
Right.
everybody's traveling.
Okay. Yeah. I get what you're saying now.
You got three options: your city, another U.S. city, or another country.
Okay. So with that being said, what do you really feel? Because I think as men, when we see these ladies on Instagram looking for something and then having hypergamy on Instagram, I think what we believe that they don't see is that you're probably just like every other lady doing exactly what you're doing, even though you feel that you are special. So most likely you're not going to get what you achieve or what you're looking to achieve on Instagram. And us as men, I mean, those of us who are a little bit older, like ourselves or whatever, right? We can kind of see where their path is going to go. But now, do you think that because of Instagram is out competing at least many men who are actually producing things for ladies like, emotional support, funding, things like that? Do you think, or how can you feel like men in general can compete with Instagram if they're trying to date in the Western world?
I don't think men can actually compete with Instagram, but I think men can compete with having the sexual fantasies that they want. Because Instagram is going to be there before and after them.
Okay.
I don't think Instagram is a. I think Instagram is a seller's market, not a buyer's market.
Why is it not a buyer's market?
I ain't never seen nobody actually settle down on it off Instagram. I've seen people go from person to person to person to person. I've seen people pimp themselves out. I've never seen somebody, it's Instagram, we in love.
Like I met somebody on Instagram or something like that. Okay.
I ain't never seen
what would you say? I mean, this is probably a rare example. Somebody like Kendra G's dating show, something like that. In that case.
But she always dates people.
No, I mean like her show is,
it's a hookup show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a hookup show.
Well, some people get married from there. Not very many, but at least those that we know about.
Let me see what date this is. They'll be divorced next month.
Why do you think they'll be divorced next month?
Because they met on Instagram.
Okay.
That's why.
So let's get into that. You feel like people who meet on Instagram will have a shorter dating lifespan than somebody who meets, let's say, in real time.
Let me be more specific.
Okay.
I don't think that you'll shut your social media off for the one. So if you won't do that, you're gonna be back on Instagram. You've seen plenty of married women on Instagram who could you cut it out? Could you stop that?
I see what you're saying.
Who shuts it off?
Yeah, you're saying that despite the person that they have, because they're so addicted to Instagram, they're going to keep marketing themselves indirectly, trying to look for somebody better who isn't somebody better.
Directly or indirectly?
Directly or indirectly.
One of our favorite Instagrammers is Delicious, right?
Man, and she's looking better, not even worse. Like Delicious, I mean like 45 surgeries, but she looks good though.
Guess what?
Yeah.
She gonna get with somebody, and guess what? They're gonna be over, and guess what? She gonna still be on Instagram. Ain't nobody settling down on Instagram.
Nobody. But Instagram has like a lot of you. What about the other sites? Facebook, TikTok. I think TikTok is better because TikTok you can't just directly just DM somebody. It's kind of difficult to just DM somebody.
Facebook, that's kind of like that's for us old spice, cologne wearing players. That's for people's uncles and aunties.
Like Gilbert in the back.
Oh snap. That's fine. That's for us Beijing receding headlines and old women that wear Spanx.
Yeah.
So that. And most of them ain't trying to be together neither. They just need somebody for the moment.
So what do you think about people who say, for example, I'm on Instagram because they have Instagram Marketplace. They have, we use them Instagram ads, even for not my particular brand, but you've been to we have a Uganda event yesterday. You was there, the speed networking event. We will use Facebook, Instagram, which is the same company, Made It Meta. And people have like clothing, people get hired for deals. They're influencers that are making Instagram deals. So it's a heavy platform for monetary purposes. So what would you say to a lady? It's like, listen, I'm on Instagram because Instagram is a business place. What would you say to somebody who has that rebuttal to what you're talking about?
When I see ladies on Instagram, let's just say they cooking.
Okay.
They twerking. It's a little light twerk in the video. It's always an ass shot before the food.
Yeah. It's a lot of ass shots.
If I see women working out, if she doing hair, she gonna come in there with something tight.
Yeah.
If she a barber, I swear to God, it's gonna be.
Have you seen those chicks in the Dominican Republic, those barber chicks? I don't even have no hair. I just want to get a wig just so I can go in there and get a haircut because they be bouncing so much ass in them Dominican barbershops, dog. I would pay for somebody else to get a haircut just so I can be in there.
I just want to grow out the sides.
I would get with them Sherman Hemsleys, brother.
To me, it's all sex. The way I look at it now is like, look, ladies are on Instagram who I'm one fantasy internet guy's erection from getting tricked on. That's it. So people out there, and you can't get mad because look, they make posts about people on Instagram who are married looking at other women.
What's the lady that got caught up? Not the lady, but the lady that was Rudy?
Oh yeah. Keisha Knight Pulley.
Yeah. So her husband got caught thirsting in Instagram comments. Which is stupid because if you're somebody prominent, guys, listen to this, man. If you are somebody that got money in the industry, don't be in somebody's Instagram comments because somebody gonna tell on you, and you're gonna be on the blog. But let me just ask you this, because we have to wrap it up here. You have a fight to catch. Do you feel like a black man, if he has a relationship with a lady that is fairly attractive, should he ask her to remove her Instagram?
If she advertising, yes.
You would ask her.
Hey, unless we gonna dress like nuns on this page, you gotta could you shut it down?
You would really do that?
Yeah. Why not? If we gotta make concessions, they should be able to make concessions.
Do you think they have a hard time making concessions?
I think with attention, yes. Let's be real. I hate to use it, but Joe Smith's wife is gonna get somebody in her DM. She's like dealing with Adam 20. She went to Adam 22's. She did a video shoot with him, not in that booty clapping sounds. That kind of video shoot. Maybe we can show the picture here, what's going on with that. So you asked the lady to get off Instagram. Yeah, it's too much advertisement.
Okay, let me just say this before we close. I would not necessarily ask the lady to get off of Instagram. Mainly because this is the reason why I wouldn't ask. Because I feel like if you would do it on Instagram, you're gonna do it anyway, if that is your proclivity. So, but I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. I just feel like a lot of ladies out there don't really understand. And I was trying to tell this to one sister that I was talking to in Atlanta. I won't call her name, but I said, you know, what you're showing on Instagram, what you don't realize is it's a certain quality of guy that's going to really respond to that. And what you feel like is, you can feel however you want to about yourself, which is anybody's prerogative. Shout out to Bobby Brown. You can feel however you want about yourself. But what you're displaying, and you will hear a lot of black women in general that are on Instagram that are showing, you know, a lot of cleavage and things. What they will start saying is, you know, I'm tired of these guys on my DMs. You know, these guys are pookies. They don't have nice things. You know, they're all ghetto. But you forget, like, what are you displaying? So what you feel like is you're going to get something better than what you actually are worth. You may feel personally you're worth whatever you want to be worth. That's a personal thing. But what you're getting is different. So the ladies that tend to end up doing that is they end up meeting the same guy over and over and over again because they're the same lady over and over and over again and complaining about the process. So, you know, because most ladies have been on Instagram doing that for years, they have never found anybody of quality. They've never found anybody that's nice, and they're still in the same repetitive zone. That's why so many of the BBL models you see that get BBLs and get on Instagram, most of them never been married, never will be married. They have all these personal issues, and they don't realize, like, you're attracting somebody because really the women that have good qualities, it's past Instagram. And you try to explain that to them and they don't get it.
Your history shows your evolution.
There you go.
So you're looking at, there are a lot of people who want attention. Their history start escalating what they're doing. And is it desperation or is it confidence? Because what you're seeing is people who, they were modest, then they a little bit more, then they almost that, then they almost more, then they about to be naked, then they had a naked slash picture that go in and out that you can't get demonetized for or get cut off on Instagram. So it's like, hey, are you gonna go down to modesty?
Right.
And 9 times out of 10, when you're seeing older women getting less and less modest.
Yeah.
And even when they're talking about the skits, hey, your grandmama getting real sexual on Instagram.
Right.
So guess what? If they're not gonna tone it down, it's like you gotta ask. Like, if you stay on here, is this what I'm gonna look at this on the phone every day? Like, if I look at you right now, you gonna do the challenge with the phone on the ceiling? I mean, I'm gonna watch it, but the other 30,000 people gonna watch it too. So I gotta deal with this.
And then what they don't understand is, if you're a black man of any level of prominence, where can a man take somebody like that to, like, and be taken seriously? Like, to your home church, to your mother, to a business convention or something like that. And what ladies don't understand is people talk about you. You know, if you're a black man, you're doing very well, and you're dealing with a lady that shows herself in that fashion, it's hard to explain. And you could be an alpha male, like, for example, like Russell Wilson. Doing, I guess, a little bit better with the Denver this year. But, you know, in the past, he's like, oh, he's a great quarterback, Super Bowl winning quarterback. Okay, then some people say you get with Sierra, which a lot of people don't have a lot of respect for. And then now people in the locker room may perceive you a certain way for the fact that, okay, it's not even about what you're doing, you know, on the field. And even when you're having troubles on the field, it's not even about your own situations, like you, because of Sierra, right? So the thing is, a lot of ladies don't know that you're doing this on Instagram, and then the guy that you're going to be dealing with, okay, he's a professional guy. If he's not in entertainment, a rapper, but let's say if he's somebody else, healthcare, government, how can he take you somewhere and not be made fun of?
I use that as an example.
Yeah.
First and foremost, Russell Wilson, your receivers in Denver's are trash. They trash. They trash. They keep blaming you. Them guys trash. I don't want to hear it. Steve Smith, Agent 89, could say the same. They trash.
Okay.
But everybody asks the question about that. Like, does she have to be on Instagram in that way now? She doesn't.
Right.
She chooses to be.
Yeah.
So what happens when you see all of these, I need this kind of guy who's this kind of person, and you're still putting yourself out there like that? even if you got yourself in a situation with the ideal guy that you want, you would still choose to go for the attention.
There you go.
So for the guys, it's like, okay, I'm just parading around who can possibly be somebody else's woman in the future because she's not really committed to me. She's committed to the gram.
Right, and that could be a multitude of myriad. Oh, very well said. LAR, you got a flight back to Houston pretty soon. Happy 97th birthday, brother. Anything else you want to tell the people?
Shout out to Uganda. Kampala is a dope city. You know, that's what I gotta say.
And no, I'm not gonna meet y'all if y'all come at all. But I do want to give my brother, I want to give him his flowers. He's been a great friend to me. I love this brother. He's been great. I met him right here on the platform, and that's why black men need to connect, man. And we're gonna keep the season going. At least try to do 1 or 2 a month. Brother George is, he been telling me, man, you gotta get me and you LAR on the new season, brother. So we're doing that, and again, I hope we can get him back here so he can spend more than like 5 days, because you need to stay at least 1 or 2 weeks, at least 2 weeks to see Africa. Uganda in particular. So guys, we're on our way to the airport right now. So subscribe, check out LAR Movement's channel below. We out.